appropriate that these scripture readings for Mother's Day are on love. As I mentioned with the kids, the love of mom is usually the first love we all receive. But also, God's love for us is the first love all of us have received. A couple of stories from my family. On Friday, I took my wife out to buy her a new set of golf clubs for Mother's Day. She had them fitted and measured them. She swung and they took all the kinds of measurements they needed, and they had to cut them off, and they had to bend irons at certain angles, and they had to put on grips that were right. And what does she do to thank me? She looks at me in the eye and says, "You're dead meat." Then also my son Paul called. He's going to do a Mother's Day brunch when I get home. He's going to cook. So he calls me and he says, "Dad, do you have eggs?" "Yeah, we got eggs." "Do you have bread?" "Yeah, we have some bread." "Do you have any bacon?" "No." "Can you go to Hackney Millers and get some bacon for me so I cook breakfast?" So he's cooking breakfast at our house for Mother's Day. And my wife will be delighted. But I'm glad we have all the stuff for him to cook breakfast. The other thing that got me thinking for this whole message, one day at dinner table, Paul was sitting across from Sue, and something came out of his mouth that his mom would say. And he stopped and he looked at both of us and he said, "I'm screwed. I look like my dad and I sound like my mom." All we could do was agree with him that he is. So I searched around the internet and found some of these momisms. Think about if you've ever heard it from your mom or said it yourself. I know Sue has on the refrigerator, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm my mother after all." Mothers teach us all kinds of things. Logic, they teach us. If you fall off that spring and break your neck, you can't go to the store with me. Or, if everyone else has jumped off a cliff, would you do it? Yeah. Love that and that one. This is for boys primarily. She taught us about medicine. If you don't stop crossing your eyes, you'll never get big. Your eyes will freeze that way. To think ahead. If you don't pass your spelling test, you'll never get a good job. Or how to meet a challenge. What were you thinking? Answer me when I talk to you. Don't talk back to me. Humor. When that lawnmower cuts off your toes, don't come running to me. Or becoming an adult. If you don't eat your vegetables, you'll never grow up. Genetics. You're just like your father. Roots. Were you born in a barn? Wisdom of age. When you get my age, you'll understand. Or, I'll explain it to you when you get older. Anticipation. Wait until your father gets home. Or receiving. You're going to get it when I get home. Justice. One day you'll have kids and I hope they turn out just like you. Then you'll see what it's like. I can't wait. No. I also found some sayings from biblical mothers that it's not in scripture, but it should be. For David, his mother telling him, "I told you not to plan a house with that sling. Go practice your heart. We pay good money for those lessons." For Abraham, his mother saying to him, "Stop wandering around the countryside and get home for supper." For Noah, "No, you can't keep them. I told you, don't bring in any more strays." For James and John, "No more burping contests at the dinner table, please. People are going to call you sons of thunder. And for Jesus, close the door. You think you were born in a barn? Yeah. One thing we have in common today is all of us have mothers. Everyone qualifies as a child of someone. In the gospel passage today, we qualify as children of God because God loved us. We also recognize that not everyone's situation is exactly the same. And some or more of us are lacking one or both of our parents. I know my parents died at very young ages. Nevertheless, we recognize mothers. Some of us have even come to understand what a terrific job they did for us. Surely most of what mothers do goes unnoticed, or we just take for granted. Then I thought about our congregation, thought about friends of my own family, and some of the difficulties and the circumstances that mothers have had. And I'd like to pray for some of those difficulties. To those who gave birth to their firstborn, we celebrate with you. To those who have lost a child, we mourn with you. To those who are in the trenches with the little ones every day and wear the badge of food stains and earth on their blouses, we appreciate you. To those who have experienced loss through miscarriage or failed adoptions or running away, we mourn for you. To those who walk the hard path of infertility, fraught with pokes, prods, tears, and disappointment, we walk with you. Forgive us when we say foolish things. We don't mean to make this harder than it is. To those who are foster moms, mentor moms, spiritual moms, grandparents that are raising kids, we celebrate with you. For those who have warm and close relationships with their children, we celebrate with you. For those who have disappointment, heartache, and distance from their children, we sit with you. For those who have lost their mothers, we grieve with you. To those who have experienced abuse at the hands of your mothers, we acknowledge your experience. To those who have lived through driving tests, medical tests, overall testing of motherhood, we are better for having you in our midst. To those who are single and long to be married and mothering their own children, we mourn that life has not turned out the way you longed for. To those who are step-parents, we walk with you in the complex past. To those who envision lavishing love on the grandchildren, yet that dream is not to be, we grieve with you. To those who will have emptier nests in the upcoming year, we grieve and we rejoice with you. To those who have placed their children up for adoptions, we commend you for your selflessness and remember how you hold that child in your heart. And to those who are pregnant with new life, both expecting and surprising, we anticipate with you. This is Mother's Day. We walk with you no matter what circumstances you're in. Mothering is not for the faint of heart. And we have real warriors in our midst. We remember you. Amen. In the epistle, John wrote, and this is how we know that we love the children of God, by loving God and carrying out His commandments. And so many of us in here have been faithful to that charge. to live our lives according to God's commandments, to love one another, to forgive. In the Gospel, John also wrote, "As the Father has loved me, I have loved you, and I'll remain in my love." And later, in verse 12, "My command is this, love each other as I have loved you. This is my command, love each other." I've often said that we cannot give away what we don't have. But God loved us first. God originally made us in His image and likeness, and He loved us. And when we went astray, like our own children, He still loved us. And He disciplined us. But ultimately, He sent His only beloved Son, Jesus, to redeem us. This is love, John writes. Not that we love God, but that He loved us and sent His Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins. We can't get to heaven by anything we do. We can obey all the commands that God has given us. We can live our life perfectly, but we cannot, by our own merit, earn heaven, because Jesus has already earned it for us on the cross. We are to be thankful and grateful for that. The other meditation I had this week is the whole idea of self-love. I know sometimes it's hard to love ourselves. We have that voice inside our head, the critical voice, the shame-filled voice, because of our circumstances, because of whatever. And we talk to ourselves a lot. We give ourselves negative messages a lot. But I keep thinking about it, since God loved us first, we must be okay. He loved us just the way we are. We matter. God loved us because we are lovable. Even with all our faults and all our imperfections, all of our sins, God loved us so much, He sent Jesus. And Jesus loved us so much that He gave His life for us. So I think, before we can love others, we have to love ourselves and accept ourselves. And ultimately forgive ourselves. Then I was thinking about going from ourselves outward. We need to pick, or I would suggest picking one person that we're close to. It can be a spouse, a relative, or a child, or a good friend. And to think of how we love them and how they love us. And to forgive them and ask for our own forgiveness. Then I expanded my thoughts, and I was thinking about friends or acquaintances that are farther away from us. Who we need, or I need. Or I suggest we think about sending them thoughts of love and forgiveness. And then the hardest one of all. Scripture tells us to love our enemies. That is so hard. All of us have been wronged by somebody. We put them on the enemy list. And I would suggest, especially on this day, to send them thoughts of forgiveness, love. And it's not so much that they hear forgiveness and love, but we hear it in our own hearts. So forgive yourself, forgive those who are close to you, forgive those who are distant from you, and forgive your enemies. By doing that, we will do the command that Jesus gave us. Love others as I have loved you. Love yourself. Love those who are close to you. Love those who are distant from you. And love your enemies. As Jesus commanded. This is my command. Love each other. Amen. Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you for this Mother's Day, for a chance to remember how much you loved us. You're like a mother hen caring for her chicks. You're like the shepherd taking care of the sheep. You love us. So we can take that love and love each other. Amen.